Politicians, when does it stop? We got Republicans, we got Democrats. Both sides, my opinion, it's both sides are morons. Neither side is trying to put our country together. Let's just go back with history. Why am I talking about all this? Because we need to start looking at facts. As voters, we need to start doing our homework. I mean, we could attack ourselves, we could attack the politicians, but we're the ones keeps on electing them. Let me give you some history. I'm a Republican, but at the same time, I was a Democrat at one time. But now looking at years past, I think I'm just going to be an independent. Why am I saying this? Bill Clinton did a great job, you know, both terms. Now let's go to George Bush. He did a great job the first term. Second term, I won't even get into it. Now Obama, I voted for him, you know, but I regret voting for him, and here's why. At Chicago crime rate. As a senator, he should have done more to protect his state that he represented. But I didn't vote for him the second term. Now let's go and look at Donald Trump. I voted for him for one thing. I wasn't happy, and the ones that wanted to come in as the Democratic Party and Republicans, all they did is all talk, no show. I voted for Trump, for his background, business. So I took a chance, and thank God, I don't regret it. But one thing I do regret, okay, Trump, he got attacked for 4 years, but he was president for 4 years. He had the power to order or request, FBI requested, if he knew that some of them were dirty, come on, you got a whole department. He had CIA under his hands, he had everything. And he should have done something to investigate the Democrat Party, like Hillary and all that. He had 4 years to do something. He didn't. He had his attorney general, nothing. Now, let's move fast forward now. Now we got Democrats in control. Why aren't Republicans attacking the same way Democrats attack Trump? Why they're not, asking for investigations? Oh, but they're not in control. Okay, then they should be in the media. Every day, investigating the Democrats. Here's the thing. They're not doing that. Either what? They're just collecting a paycheck, looking the other way. Some of them come out on Hannity and say that they're going to do something, but they haven't done nothing. So my suggestion for both sides, Republican and Democrats, stop blaming, stop complaining, and just deal with it. You know, just like Democrats had to deal with Trump for 4 years, we as Republicans need to step back, let the man do his job. He's doing a horrible job, then impeach him, do whatever you have to do. But we need to unite. As a country, we need to unite. We're going to be much stronger if we unite. If we put our differences aside and we look at what's going to benefit our country, then this country is going to get much stronger, much better. In my family household, we have two. We have Democrats and Republicans, but we respect each other's choices. This is America. Freedom of choice. Freedom of speech. We're basically getting to the point where all we do is we attack each other. But let's look at the politicians. I'm from California. Okay? Our congresswoman right here in my area, she does not do nothing. She keeps on getting elected and elected and elected. Why? Because they're senior citizens. And us, young adults too. We're not educated. All we do is we let our senior citizens do the voting. Senior citizens, they just like somebody to mingle and have, coffee. And I went to some of these congresswomen's meetings, and I was surprised. All she needs to tell them is what they want to hear. But what has she done? Nothing. Nothing at all. Now we got an assemblywoman, Garcia. Same thing. I'm just understanding what has she done. Yeah, she done a few things here and there, but come on, really? You've been there for a while now. You should have done more. Um, and it's not because I'm Republican. Don't get me wrong. At the same time, I give props to Democrat Bill Clinton. He did a great job. I honestly, if I have a choice this coming election and Hillary runs, I'd rather go with Hillary because because she has Bill Clinton. His personal issues is his personal issues. But when it comes down to running the country, no one could say otherwise. Um, so and that's one thing that we need to understand. It's not about Republicans, Democrats. We need to start thinking about what's going to be better for our country, our choices for our country. And then background. Why is the background very important? We as voters, changing a little topic going this way is we as voters, we need to start doing our homework. We need to start realizing one thing. As you guys can see in my background, you got Jesus. Okay, we already know the story. He died for our cross. But what is so special about Jesus? Not because he was just not only the Son of God, but he was a carpenter, a basic carpenter. Okay, but imagine if he wanted to run and people looked at his background, but they never, I mean, they don't even worry about his background. They start judging him. Oh, he's a carpenter. He's a no one, nobody. But you get to know the person's background, how he helped so many, how he helped making furniture for several people, several families, how he helped to feed the families, how he helped to heal families. Just his background. Would you vote for someone like that to represent you? The answer to that we know is yes. But now what we do is we vote for people because they have a master's degree, or because they have a PhD. Come on. We need to start waking up. We need to start realizing that is not important anymore. We need to have people in those elected chairs or positions that actually care for us. The middle class, even the low income families, they shouldn't be there. Some of them because they don't want to better themselves. But we need to start doing a better job in electing people by looking at their backgrounds. And what I mean by that is, you know, how have they contributed to our community? What changes have they made? But we don't. And that's the thing that I want to bring this message across, that we need to start judging persons by what have they done for us. Because if we keep on voting for people just because they're PhD and everything, it's not going to work. I'll give you a little scenario. I know this is going to be a long one, but I'll give you a little scenario on this one. Learn from our mistakes. Okay, not me, but our community. 12 years ago, we had a school board member that everybody was upset, and a few others, because they were abusing the money. They were just taking money, traveling here, traveling there, enjoying so-called meetings. 12 years ago, they voted for some school board members. I'm not going to say their names, but look it up right here in the city of Pico Rivera. Okay, so our voters were upset. The parents got involved. But remember, the parents didn't get involved when it came time to voting. It was our seniors that voted this school board members. So what did they do? Parents got involved. They got so upset. They start recalling, and he got, basically he did not get reelected. Long story short. So they brought an outsider. Supposedly this guy was from LA city schools, and he was going to do everything. He has a PhD, and he has all this, and, so-called, so on, so on, so on. Blah, 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 blah. I didn't like him. How are you going to elect somebody from the outside that hasn't even lived in our community, and you think that just because he has a degree, he's going to change everything? No. Here's fast forward to it. 8 years later, that same person that they, and another colleague, another school board member that they elected, they got recalled. He made so many promises that he's going to do this, he's going to do that, But again, the abuse and where's our money? Our school district is probably one of the worst school districts out there, and probably in LA. So what did he do all this time? Oh, he took away our history and he brought a new name for our schools. Us as voters, we didn't do nothing. I mean, I can't do anything. That's why I figured, okay, I'll start making videos. Start giving people facts. Start talking about it. So this school board member started changing our school names. I'll give you a good example. Burke. Okay, Burke has always been in our history, in our city, in our school district for a long time. He changed it to STEAM Academy to make it more fancy. See, we can't be judging schools by their fancy names. We start judging schools by how the teachers are doing. Are they actually creating our kids better? Are they doing better? It didn't happen. So what happened? They recalled him. So here's my point. We need to start doing a better job and actually screening these elected officials. Start judging them and start voting for them for their background. What have they done for our community? What have they done? Have they done something where they came from and they made some changes and they're going to bring some positive? Then I'm for it. But we continue to do the wrong thing. And I'm making this video so you guys could understand, and hopefully we could get this Republican Democrat. It's not about Republicans and Democrats. It's about what's going to be better for our country, what's going to be better for us, our community. So hopefully this message gets through you and you understand it's not about Democrats or Republicans. And I know I'm repeating myself because I want to get this message across. It's what is this elected official done for us or done for other communities that's going to bring positive to this community. Because if we continue to elect officials just because they like their names, or my compadre or comadre or my Nino or Nina said they're good, no. We need to start doing our own homework. We need to start doing that. So again, thank you for your time, and hopefully in 2022 you vote for the person, not the party, that is going to benefit you, your community, your kids, your grandkids. So God bless.